アメリカ人の方もよくいらっしゃいますね。すごい日本です。
This is cold brew coffee, and it's using water from Mount Fuji, and then the glass obviously has the Mount Fuji at the bottom. But the color actually changes based on the liquid that's inside. So he said that if you had red wine in here, you'd have a red Fuji. Ready to
神
taste
戸
it?
は6本に使ってますけど、こちらの方は富士山とか関東入りなので、富士山の水とか私たまに使ってます。
美味しい。
美味しいでしょう。水出しで
大変美味しいです。
So mild.
Oh my god, that's so good.
20時間浸してコールが出てミックス。
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, it's really mild and it does taste super buttery for just being coffee.
Yeah.
Very good.
.この入れ方が本店の師匠が入れてるやり方としてなので、この膨れ上がりが方が鮮度なんですよ。これ日本で一番美味しいいちご、あまおう九州のあまおう一番日本で一番美味しいいちごです。あまおうとブルーベリーと。
So first we're gonna try a black. You ready for it?
でその次にその美味しい飲み方また、はい、安いミルクは沈むんですよ。そのまま溶けてしまうので、はい。で高級な本当に純粋的にすごいミルク 50% これ生クリーム使ってますから、普通 50% の生クリームなんか絶対使いませんよね。でそれで CM でやってるようなやり方で。ミルクは浮きますから、こういう感じで。すごいこう滑らかになります。ほとんど飲めない方でもそれでは飲めます。本当に高級な本当にいいミルクでないとこういうふうに浮きませんから。
Black coffee was delicious, mild and creamy even without anything in it. Now I'm gonna try the cream one. Oh, that's like really rich.
Oh man, it's so creamy.
ロングセラーケーキです。
It's kind of like an English muffin, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is his original invention, and you can only have it
女性
here.
の方なんかそういうの好きですね。これは季節によって果物を変えていくので、フルーツタルトみたいな考え方で。
So he changes the fruits based on the season.
It's like a very light and fluffy piece of bread.
I tried it.
Is there orange on that? Did you taste
Yeah, there's orange on top.
So he baked the orange into
I
it.
think so.
バナナ、はい。いちごは本当にあまおうとか紅ほっぺが一番日本では甘いいちごなんですよね。パンケーキのフルーツみたいな考え方ですね。
It's a delicious blend of all the fruits and the butter, and then the nuts that are on there. Just give it like this really good crunch, like added crunch.
これがそうです。50% の生クリームです。日本製で。でここに 50% と。
そうですね。
これが 50%。はい。これ売ってません。はい。業務用なので。はい。日本の中スーパーフレッシュです。あまり使ってるとこないですね。
大変美味しい。
薄さなくて大丈夫ですか？
You know,
この辺は食べたことありま
the
す。
fact that he can put the nuts and the fruits in there actually like matters because every bite of cream you get has a nut in it.
50% 使ってますから、
And it's like-
塗りながら食べていただいてほしいです。
So
ミル
perfect.
ク使わなくても大丈夫です。
It's like that thought, like actually thinking ahead about how people are going to be eating it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's not just random. It's like very intentional.
It's intentional. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's exactly. It's like intentional coffee
Mhm.
as well.
ありがとうございました。
あ、ナイストリップ。すいません、どうもありがとうございました。すいません。あ
ありがとうございます。
りがとうございました。
Oh wow, that was
Awesome.
That was so awesome.
That was like a life-changing experience. It's just like what you say. Interesting people are interesting, and they can talk about. I mean, somebody who can talk about coffee that passionately and that long, but you just sit there and you're entranced. I couldn't even understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh man, this guy is so like he knows what he's doing and he loves what he's doing, and it was just great. It was absolutely great.
That was awesome.
Okay, so a couple of things to note. First off, the episode is done, which is great news. Whenever an episode is finished, lots of times I feel kind of lost. I'm like, well, what do I do now? Because I focused so hard on it. And I think I mentioned it yesterday, but this tripod broke. These little clamps, they keep cracking. The problem is I really like this tripod. It's got a good video head. It's not heavy enough for like really sturdy winds, but for when I'm vlogging in the house or just around whatever, it's a great tripod. But I really don't like that it keeps breaking all the time. And while I'd really like to get a better one, I can't argue with the $10, especially since I fixed it once, I can fix it again. Okay, so episode is uploading. Patreon people, get your engines ready. It's time to eat dinner and then go see that movie. Nice little cap off celebration type of deal. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the movie was pretty good. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen that movie in English before. I think this was the first time. The movie made a little more sense this time, but the movie still is very thin on plot. And like, I'm not sure what everybody's motivations were. I'm not sure what the character development was. And at the end, you're like, it was that easy all the time? So structurally, it's not the greatest movie. And like, my number one requirement for a movie is I can't wait to find out what happens next. Didn't really have that with this movie. Forgot to talk about it, but Blade Runner 2049, that's a movie that I could not wait to find out what happens next. Great movie. Anyways, but Howl's Moving Castle, this is what is called an image album, which is the composer Joe Hisaishi. He made an album of music while they were making the movie, just like for them to work off of, I guess, and for him to have ideas for the final movie. And then this is the soundtrack. I have listened to both of these like to death. And it's not even my favorite soundtrack and it doesn't have my favorite melodies, but for some reason at the time, I just kept listening to it over and over and over again. Which here this says this came out January 21st, 2004, just after I graduated high school. So I was in college. Anyway, next week is Totoro. I'm looking forward to that because I've only seen that one time and it's been a long time since I've seen it. Hope you enjoyed part 2 of the coffee thing. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh well, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.
I did it. How do we do that?